Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bro Banter, the ultimate podcast for dudes and bros. My name is Stefan. With me always is the beautiful David. Here we are, guys, going to talk about the NFL Week 9 results and make Week 10 predictions. Do you have the ability to actually pull up and stream the game on your phone?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I mean, it's a blowout right now. The Jets are getting busted.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Last I knew it was 14-0.
Yeah, that's when I came up here and started setting everything up.
Yeah. They already had a fumble recovery and everything.
Probably just set it up, and then turn the sound off if you can.
Sound's not on.
Okay. All right. So you guys know how we do it. Before we get down into the breakdown, we are going to discuss results from last week's picks. This was my redemption round, baby, in like several different forms. So I'm not one to add insult to injury because I know what that side of the ball feels like. But I got to talk about it just a little bit. Look at that.
You handed it to me. That's your fault.
So David had some minor success last week with some.
In the last 2 weeks, I had some minor success for some.
Okay, but last week that's where you had the most success. Yeah. Last week you were at a booming 81%, which I still haven't reached yet. So still, congratulations. Hats off. There you go. But this week, those upsets did not do you well. They didn't. David got 6 right out of all 14 games. Was it 14 games we had?
Yeah.
Out of all 14 games. That's a 6 correct percentage rate.
One of them's going on right now, but it's looking like a loss anyways.
Yeah, so if we can assume that the Chargers are going to pull this out, which is looking like they are. There's still a lot of football left, but it's looking like they are going to be able to pull this out. It will be 8 missed. Your boy, on the other hand, had some really good success. I told you guys this was going to be the turnaround. 3 missed, so 11 correct. That's a 78% correction percentage. And you had some ones that really surprised me. And I even told you when you sent me those picks that I wasn't going to accept it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I already had a $5 bet on Dallas winning, so I was going to pick them anyways, even if I lost it twice. My team in Germany.
Well, we're going to get into there.
Oh, shit.
We're going to get into that. But you had some weird picks. You had let's see, you had Seattle beating Baltimore? Why'd you do that? You've seen Baltimore, right?
I haven't. I've seen Seattle. I figured if there was going to be an upset, it'd be right there because Baltimore has some decent teams that they're going to be able to beat coming up. So I figured this would be the upset because some teams get a little cocky and some don't.
I think if the upset's going to happen from Baltimore, it's going to happen this week. Definitely was not happening with the Seattle Seahawks.
When they play the Browns. That's going to be a defense.
Because that's a defensive powerhouse. And so is Baltimore. But Cleveland, that's the number 1 defense in the NFL in multiple metrics. They're solid.
I told you that like 3 weeks ago.
Well, 3 weeks ago, there was definitely contendership. There's no one matching them now. They're unstoppable.
No.
What's another one you had? You had the Giants winning anything ever?
Well, look, I wasn't expecting an ACL tear, Waller to go out, and everything else. Okay, you can't expect those injuries. You can't predict them.
You had Tampa Bay beating Houston.
I did.
I think we can argue that the C.J. Stroud Nico Collins combination, that's the best thing in the NFL. That kid's a superhuman.
I don't know about the best thing, but I can tell you it's pretty fucking up there.
What's better?
I mean, you got some really good connections. You got Mahomes and Kelsey. I mean,
are we watching the same football?
Well, I mean, this year you're right. It's not as good. Now, if you put a Swifty up there in the box, he does 10 times better. He will blow that number out.
That's still not a Nico Collins.
You're right. He's a tight end, not a wide receiver.
That's not a Stafford and Puka.
Oh, they didn't have nothing this weekend.
Because, dude,
Puka and Cup got shut out.
If you can give both of those receivers a solid quarterback, my God.
Yeah.
My God, lights out, baby.
I mean, Stroud himself put up over 400 plus yards.
470 yards.
That was his
5
best
touchdowns.
game since he's been in the NFL, and he's a rookie
No
this year.
shit, dude. Whenever do you see?
I mean, but he played the Panthers and lost to them.
Hey, any given Sunday.
You're right. Any given Sunday. That's my point.
But dude, let's see.
My point is, any given Sunday, you got to look. Baker Mayfield is having fun. He's been winning some games that I would expect him losing because of his history alone.
What do you mean?
He's not a top-tier quarterback. Baker Mayfield.
Baker has lots of potential.
He does. But right now he's
Dak
good.
Prescott.
He's right now he's okay, goodish. You know, he's middle of the road right now. He does have some great things that he could do. You're right. The potential's there. But I don't know if he'll ever reach it.
No.
Because when he gets to where he can get that potential, he gets upset, and then attitude changes, and then crap.
Well, he's like a Derek Carr, man. He's been through so many offenses, so many different mentors, so many different organizations. I feel for the guy, for real. I feel for him.
I mean, I do to an extent. He's getting paid millions of dollars to play a game. That's his career, right? And I mean,
I think Baker.
I feel for him because
Baker could have been one of the greats.
In my opinion, he did get screwed by moving around a lot and everything else. And I don't know. He's not a Jacoby Brissett. Brissett is a backup. He is a starter, and he has the talent and the ability to go farther, but he's just pushed around.
See, I think that I put him in the same class as I do Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott at times has.
Dak Prescott is his worst enemy.
No, do you know who's Dak Prescott's worst enemy?
Himself.
No.
Who?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys have been the Dallas Cowboys' worst enemy since the last time they went to the playoffs.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Or, no, since the last time they went
to the Dallas Cowboys are Dak Prescott's worst enemy.
No.
I think that Dak Prescott probably would have had better success if he would have went to other teams.
Maybe.
He'll retire a Cowboy. He'll never play for another team.
You're right, because they won't let go of him.
No.
My issue with Dak Prescott is when it comes to making a decision and the game's on the line at that decision, right? He always chokes on making the right decision because he gets in his own head. He's his worst enemy.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're gonna get into the Dallas Philly game because I got lots to talk about on that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I thought it was kind of silly that you didn't have Las Vegas winning just because. I mean, their morale was through the fucking roof. They did everything that we've been bitching about for weeks.
Finally. But I don't think that they would have got the foothold right off the bat. I figured it would have been game 2 after all that happened.
I think the
morale proved one simple fact. You take the negativity out, you're going to have success. You have the bad play calling and everything else, you're going to have success. I didn't think it was going to be successful right off the bat. So that's why I had him losing. I had him barely losing, but I had him losing.
Well, we talked about it for weeks, man. We said a number of different
times what
the problem was.
I know, and the problem left because they got rid of him finally.
And they have.
But I mean, you got to look at what the Colts did when they had nobody that what's his name didn't even coach anything, and they put him out there. He didn't do good until his second or third game.
Who? Jeff Saturday?
The fucking guy they put in last year.
Jeff Saturday.
I think so.
Yeah. The quarterback? The center?
No, the coach.
Yes, who became a coach. He was a center. He was.
Yeah, but he's never coached.
Right.
My point is that was his first ever coaching job after they, did what they did. I didn't see the Raiders having success right off the bat. I figured their next home game, there you go. That's a win.
So I don't think. So based solely on morale, right? You got to think about the energy.
Oh, I know. The energy will bring up a team that's...
But the energy on the Colts acquiring Jeff Saturday and the Raiders acquiring Antonio Pierce are on.
You're right. It's a different kind of energy.
Yeah.
But you also got to look at their receiving core. Devontae Adams still didn't have a blowout game. He only had...
Well, no, he's a permanent pretender. We've already talked about that. We've talked about it a dozen times. Permanent pretender, dude.
I mean, you got him on there, yeah, but you also played him in fantasy. When you could have played Nico, you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You played against me and beat me, and you had Devontae Adams on your line.
Okay.
When
In
you
the flex.
had...
In the flex.
Yeah, when you had Nico Collins on your bench.
Yeah. Well, I also picked up Jalen Warren, and I didn't play him. I picked him up.
Yeah, but, I mean, Nico Collins would have... Just his history alone this year would have put him over.
You want me to beat you even worse than you got beat?
Dude, all my people are on IR, man. I can't do nothing right now.
I mean,
I'm over here trying to trade my homes for some fucking wide receivers and a running back.
guys, here I'll go ahead and show the fans. Here we are, people. All right.
So we're 1 for 1 because I beat him the first time and he beat me the second time.
Yeah, but it's an annihilation. And look at all this talent that he has. Here, I'll go ahead and kill the.
Look at the IR. Look at the IR. That's my talent, dude.
We'll look at it.
Plus, Tyree kills fumble, not doing anything.
So this guy put Tua in over Patrick.
He only had 3 points less. Patrick Mahomes still didn't throw that good. This whole second half of that game, no points. No points. Their defense won the game for him. / the Dolphins lost the game.
Yeah, but the one time that you should have had Patrick in over Tua, you made a poopy call.
Well, yeah.
Very poopy.
By 3 points, though. By 3 fucking points.
Hey.
3 points is not what I lost by.
No, but that damn sure would have helped, right?
I mean, it would have probably looked a little bit better.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me find out. I'll keep looking. Hang on, we ain't done yet.
Tyreek had like 6 points for a number 1 wide receiver that normally.
I'm gonna touch on Tyreek. You're not gonna like it.
All right. I don't like my team right now. Anyways, they should have won that game.
All right, so on to the breakdown. Antonio Pierce becomes interim head coach. We've already touched base on that, and leads the Raiders to a blowout win against New York.
Yeah, if they can keep doing that, he's got a job.
Woo, doggy!
I mean, it's going to stay. He's going to get a contract for the coaching.
Man.
He's not just going to be interim anymore. He's going to be the Raiders head coach if he can keep doing that.
And then, so Sunday morning, we have to talk about it. Tua looked so flat.
Yeah, that first half was nothing.
Like,
Mozart wasn't getting any yards. The Tua wasn't even doing much. I mean,
was it the first half that Tyreek dropped that ball?
Yeah. It was just outside of his grasp. I mean, his fingertips were there, but it just wasn't enough to pull it in. That could have been a touchdown if it was literally 4 inches less. Literally 4 inches, Tyreek would have had his touchdown.
And listen, like...
because he would have blown past that safety. There was only one other guy there.
To be honest, I think right now, and Tua, before this week, was...
Tua proved that he could pass, though. He got Wilson in the end zone with no problem.
So hang on. Tua, before this week, was the favorited for the MVP.
No, he was under Mahomes every week. He
Not
was
after the
still
Denver
number 2.
loss. No.
I still saw him on Fox and something else, number 2 in the runnings.
It was Tua, Patrick, and then for some reason it was either... So the one that I saw had Jalen just above...
the one I saw had Mahomes, Tua, Jalen, and Josh Allen.
So at this point, I think it's a safe assumption to go ahead and put Jalen in the leading for MVP. For some reason, they still have the Chiefs tied with Philadelphia for Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah. The Chiefs have literally just been saved with their defense.
Well, and to be fair, there's been a couple games that Philadelphia has too.
But their first 3, but that's the first 3.
Jalen is doing a completely different play style than he was last year with both the new offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator.
Normally his play is good. Now he's just shit.
Yeah, but that
completely different.
What I'm saying is the play style, because Jalen's not running.
Oh, he's not running as much now.
No.
He's still doing the 4th and 1s.
Well, yeah, we're all, that's
like
a Philadelphia thing. We're always going to do that. But Jalen getting 20, 30, 40 yards here.
No.
You know.
Well, I mean,
the rushing touchdowns that he has this year are from the brotherly shove.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a safe assumption to go ahead and put Jalen above them, just because the game
for right now they're going to play the Chiefs coming off the buys,
and that's gonna be a huge determination for that as well.
If they beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead and Jalen puts up better numbers than Mahomes, there's no reason whatsoever Mahomes even needs to be in the top 5.
Oh.
And
top 5?
Yeah.
It'll definitely be
Josh Allen already has better stats. His turnovers are also better, but still, he already has better passing yards this year alone.
He'll definitely be top 5.
Well, in my opinion, he shouldn't. He should be number 6 because of the quarterbacks that have better stats than him.
Yeah, but
even Tua losing has better stats.
Yeah, but so it's always gonna. I think for the next foreseeable future,
Tua,
it's gonna be those 4 guys.
Josh, we have
those 5 guys.
Okay, I can see 5, but he needs to be dropped down because Joe Burrow is already coming out on 2 games.
Joe Burrow has he's got at least 2 games. He's got at least 2
that
games
he has to make up for. Right. But the way he's going right now, if he continues, he's going to blow out Mahomes' numbers in the next 3 games.
Yeah, but we can't extrapolate that.
You're right.
He just started playing well.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think for the next.
So you can put him as number 4, but I put him as 5 right now, just because you also have
Tua, Mahomes.
Well, you still
Allen,
have McCaffrey.
Burrow.
He's in the MVP race.
So it's going to be as much as I want him to win the MVP.
Well, he's not going.
He's not.
But what I'm saying is he's already playing better than Mahomes.
No.
So he should be number 4.
No.
He's not a quarterback. I'm
saying
and play-wise.
He's been shut down the last couple games, under 100 yards.
I mean, Mahomes has been shut down all year, but they've been putting him as number 1.
So that's what I was about to say is the Mahomes and Tua play, while it wasn't, Tua definitely played uglier than Mahomes that game.
He got in his own head. He went in there talking so much smack.
But if you look at it on paper, Patrick, 20 completions for 30 attempts, right? Tua, 21 completions for 34 attempts, okay? Pat, 185 yards passing. Tua, 193 yards passing. Pat, 2 touchdowns with a fumble loss. Tua, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, because Mozart got the other one.
15.8 points fantasy, 12.42 points fantasy. It would have been at least 18 without that fumble loss.
Yeah, but he had it.
Right. Agreed. I know. Agreed.
I mean, you can't take it away. I mean, at that point in time, hold the fucking ball.
So, Jalen, on the other hand, in a divisional game, right, against Dallas, who is our toughest divisional opponent, 17 completions for 23 attempts. That's a 73% for you calculators at home. That's 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had a rushing touchdown this game. He had 10 carries for 36 yards and a rushing touchdown, 25.88 points. But more importantly, this was a game, again, with no turnovers, which is the huge, huge focus for Jalen right now, given that he's tied for second place for quarterbacks with the most interceptions.
He is, yeah.
He's got a lot.
Allen's got to beat right now. And
he's like I said, he's playing a completely different play style.
But if you look at it, Dak Prescott was ragged last year for his interceptions. Right now, I believe, how many did they have last year?
15.
If those two continue the way they're going, they're going to beat 15 interceptions.
That's okay. You want to know why it was so bad for Dak? He missed 5 games.
That's true.
Yeah, he missed 5 fucking games.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, they could beat that interception this year. The turnover king Josh Allen is still winning games but turning over the ball, throwing it to the other team.
Still winning. Dallas doesn't.
I'm pretty sure Dallas and them have the same freaking.
Yeah, but we're talking last year when.
No, I'm talking about this year.
I know, but we're doing the comparison because
Well, the
Dak
comparison,
had so
yeah.
many
Right
turnovers.
now,
They weren't winning.
They won't. You're right, but they still made it to the playoffs and they still lost the first game. But
Dak would be better if he was at a different team.
Dak would be better if he got out of his own fucking head and made the decision
That's
like
not.
he's supposed to.
No. That's not an excuse anymore. When you've been in the league for 10 years, what the problem is that he's been put up on a pedestal so much. They rely so much on just a few things.
Well, they give him that pedestal.
Everybody wants to be the guy.
Yeah, but they give him that pedestal because that's America's team and everyone watches it, just like everyone hates the Patriots or loves them, and everyone watches them regardless. You know what I mean?
So
the Cowboys have always been the team that you watch on Thanksgiving.
That would be true if, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. In the last 5 years, no.
But
no.
I'm just saying,
he's
on that team. You're going to get more spotlight, bad or good, no matter what, on that team.
I'll agree with that.
You're going to. And Dak Prescott's getting that spotlight, whether he wants to or not.
I don't think it's the spotlight, though. I think it's you give these two plays, and they have audibles on both of them, and you make the decision when the game's on the line. He's making a decision on what he sees on the defense. Okay, so if you make a small alteration, it'll freak out a guy that's already in his head because he knows the game's on the line and he has to win it, to a guy that's his worst enemy. No. One or two maybe, but there's just so many moments where and we saw the same thing with Tony Romo, and it's not that they can't read or can't make the calls, because I watched Tony Romo as a commentator call everything.
Yeah. And
he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that in the
two
game.
things that happened to him.
And I think Dak is in the same
Simpson
position.
and the Dallas Cowboys offensive plays.
The only difference that I'm hearing here is Jessica Simpson, and that's not.
And Dak Prescott. If you are given two plays, right, and you're the captain. At that point in time, you got to make the decision on which play to do.
Right.
No matter what they tell you to do in your ear, you have to make the decision and live with it, right? Well, he's going off of what he's told no matter what. When he knows he needs to make a decision.
No.
I think that's what's happening.
No. We watched Dak make changes during the Philly game.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it when it matters. At the end of the game, they could have won that.
No, they couldn't have. He couldn't. They were given it 3 different times, and still.
You're right. They were.
If you can't capitalize at the 6-yard line, we'll tush push into the end zone. We'll do it.
Oh, geez.
17-3, guys, at the half. Chargers are winning.
Yeah, badly.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything of no notation here. Nothing has been remarkable to me, huh?
Has Zach even playing QB, or is there backup in there?
Oh, on the Jets?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? The Jets are gonna lose. You picked the wrong team again.
I mean, Breece Hall is a great running back. Garrett Wilson is a great wide receiver.
And didn't we just listen to you hype up Herbert 2 weeks ago?
Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Chargers.
He's
got a cannon. He's super accurate.
He does have a fucking cannon.
Why don't you listen to the own shit you say on the show?
What are you talking about?
The Chargers are playing. The guy that you said is
here's the thing.
Great.
Justin Herbert has a cannon. He's accurate. He's got an arm. He cannot run a whole team if the defense ain't doing nothing. He's always had an issue with the whole team coming out and playing. He's always had to carry the team, in my opinion, every time I watch him. So...
What?
Yeah, he's always had to carry it. Keenan Allen was out most of the year last year for injury. I mean, he's always had to carry that the burden of trying to get the team win.
Do you know who Austin Eckler is?
I do. And he's been out till now. Last game was his first game in the season.
Do you not think that Austin Eckler's good?
I did not say he's not.
Because they're playing the Jets.
Oh, my God. And they're playing the Jets defense.
Which, what?
Stop the Eagles.
That's true. Everybody's got it. Look, any given Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. That defense alone should be stopping some of these offensive plays.
It's not fucking Cleveland. It's not Baltimore.
When Cleveland was not the number one, as you said, the Jets' defense was up there too.
Well, yeah, because at that
so
that's not fair. Because at that time they had fucking four forced turnovers on Josh Allen, almost 3 forced turnovers.
That's a divisional game too.
On Patrick.
You gotta look at it.
On Patrick.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, any given Sunday, I would put the Jets in contention to pull out a narrow win against the Chargers because they have had to rely on Herbert so much, and Herbert's left hand is fucked. He's got a fracture and everything.
Look, you know what you can rely on? What's his name? D.
D's nuts?
D's nuts. That's right, motherfucker. All right. Star of the show. I'll accept a two-way tie here.
A two-way tie? I'm going to go with... now I can't think of his name.
You're probably going to be wrong.
Houston QB?
Okay. C.J. Stroud. Very good.
Stroud.
He's won. Yeah. The two-way tie, I would also give it up to Joshua Dobbs just because that's super impressive.
I mean, yeah, not any time really, and doing...
Now, it is not 470 passing yards and 5 touchdowns as a rookie.
But that was his first day as a Viking on the field.
I know, you would think that...
he wouldn't have had such a good game.
well, and you would think that Vegas would have him higher on the line. Because they got them not doing very well next week.
Well, they had him. I'm pretty sure they had him not doing well this week because Kirk Cousins out.
Yeah, but fuck Kirk Cousins. Josh Dobbs came in there, fucking big dick swing with no hair all over the motherfuckers. All right.
You don't sleep on Cousins, man.
Philly-Dallas game, because you were talking a lot about the calls, all these calls. Yeah, you were saying...
I made one comment about your guys' refs.
Yeah, but you always talk about the refs. So I wanted to bring the refs up.
I watched a portion of that game because I had other things going on anyways. And part of the portion I saw was towards the end, and Parsons was literally held on all fours right in front of a ref. Held down. That's a holding. But it was never called. And Jalen Hurts got to run around and play around and throw a ball.
Play around. Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Jumping jacks.
While you're holding Parsons down, which would have been a sack. I mean, it's real simple.
Did 10 push-ups. No, simplicity is what it is on paper. You're a man of analytics, right? So there were 10 penalties apiece on each team.
This time, they got ragged because the last time it was 10-0.
It's not my fault you guys can't line up right.
It's not our fault when
there were
10-0.
5 bad calls against Philly. 3 of them
no, well, there were some that should have been
were on the
called,
very last drive.
Life goes on.
The very last drive.
As you say, penalties don't make the game, right?
These did.
They didn't make the game. They won them, right?
These did.
Yeah.
These did. I would have been so fucking pissed off. Dallas, on the very last drive of the game, 2 minutes in the fourth, that's what's left, down at their own 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through bad calls and bullshit, make it all the way to our 14, resulting in 2 injured players on the defense, resulting in 2 mismatches from those defensive players getting injured, and they still couldn't fucking capitalize.
Yeah.
Fuck
They
Dallas.
weren't going to capitalize anyways.
Like, they had an opportunity to. They got 80 fucking yards.
Everyone knows.
40 of them were because of penalties.
Everyone knows. chokes at the end. Dallas chokes at the end.
If that knee hadn't been down, that would have been it, baby. I'm man enough to admit it.
He's a frog had a hair in his ass.
Damn right.
I mean, a lot of ifs.
And we are just going to get better. And then when we see Dallas, listen to me. It's fucking lights out, kids. You hear me? Look at me. Look at me. Look at my fucking eyes, okay? It's lights out. It's lights out. Now, before we get on to Dave's Diamonds, to all of our Chiefs fans that are watching right now, I want you to know that if I had the ability to be at Arrowhead when I watch Philadelphia whoop your guys' ass week after next,
Why don't you?
I don't have the money. We're not going to be able to have the money.
Yeah.
Even with all the overtime, it's just to cover the hole that we've been in. But I tell you guys
I'm
what,
gonna try to get there.
that'd be sick. You should videotape it.
The issue is the reason why the Chiefs Dolphins game was in Germany was because of the crap that was going on with Hill and the Chiefs through the whole time when he left, and the death threats he was getting. So they had to put it outside of KC from the home game.
Damn, Tyreek's scared.
It's not that he's scared. The NFL knows that the new fan base for the Chiefs and some of these teams are not apart from vandalizing cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, Philly will burn our city to the ground if we win.
Yeah, and the Chiefs fans have been known to literally vandalize other teams' cars if they have an emblem on them. And I dare a motherfucker to do it to me. Because I'll sue the whole Chiefs franchise and the NFL for it.
I've never been able to watch Philly live.
I've never been able to watch Miami live, and I was looking forward to that game.
Right.
I was so looking forward to that.
I can imagine. It's probably how I feel.
And they took it away because of the fans and the way that the toxicity of the actual fan base and what was going on. He was getting death threats from retards that were just hanging out in mom's basement.
Oh, can't say that hard R, bud.
Oh, my bad. Grown 40-year-old men or women hanging out in mom's basement still because they can't get a house.
That's even worse.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Like, if you're going to send a professional sports...
Well, they should have their security, not change fucking cities to where the Holocaust happened.
You should also not be sending death threats on social media like a child.
It's hard for me to... Anyway. Yeah, I'd give my left nut to see Philly.
They're one of the top 5 worst fan bases, and Philly's up there just because they literally destroy their town if they win something.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of. Look, to be honest, there's lots of toxic fan bases, and look, I'm not scared to admit that Philly is definitely one of them. But God, dude, that'd be so great, especially because I'm really confident that this rematch, this Super Bowl rematch, is
Sack
going.
Potatoes. Sorry.
That's not noteworthy.
Hey, listen.
You gonna interrupt my bid over a sack?
I love it when they get to the quarterback. It's like the Dolphins did to fucking Mahomes, and so did the Broncos. I loved it.
It doesn't matter if you don't
Down again. Now he's injured. Bosa just tore his ass. Next. What are you talking about?
You going to KC? I think we're gonna find a new co-host. This is supposed to be on the side.
I get it. It's on the side.
I don't believe you because this is the third time you've looked up in the last 30 minutes. You're not very good at this. But yeah, to see Philly, to see the rematch of the Super Bowl in Arrowhead.
Is it a rematch of the Super Bowl? It's Arrowhead, and it's literally home field advantage. It's not a rematch.
Yes, it is.
A rematch would be
It's a rematch.
Separate location. The rematch was the Bills-Bengals game in Cincy.
Oh.
That was a rematch.
This is the rematch.
Then Cincy showed them that you would have lost that game too.
This is the rematch, and I still think that we're gonna be healthy. We're gonna be 100%. Because like I said, I've never seen Philly play live. I've got to see Jalen Carter get drafted. I got to.
You're gonna watch a Chiefs team that's literally a blow me and shove me, and their defense is gonna have to save them probably, unless Taylor Swift is in the box and Kelsey actually shows up.
That's not going to matter because our defense is still going to shut it down. Not only do
if Kelsey's on his game and Mahomes
Kelsey was on his game during the Super Bowl, and that wasn't anything. I wholeheartedly believe that if that was on grass or regular turf, the outcome would have been a lot different. Hassan Reddick
if the turtle could run,
had so many slips. The amount of pressure that's going to happen on Patrick Mahomes, that offensive line, that pocket is just going to crumble, and he's going to have to scramble and work with his feet. And look, Kelsey may get a few 10, 15 yards here and there, but he's not going to get 25 yards after catch like he's used to. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And they don't have a receiver core talented enough to have many options outside.
They could have had more points than they had against us.
Yeah. I mean, even with because look, he did have a utilization of his entire receiver core. I mean, Noah Gay, isn't that his name? Noah Gray. He got touches. I don't even know who all they got. I know it's not. Not Rashid. Is it Rashid Rice?
I don't know his first name.
They still got Valdez Scantling.
Yeah. No.
Are you sure?
No, he's a Patriot.
Oh yeah. Is he? Anyway, not a very deep receiver core, and
they had to get Hardman because of it.
Yeah, McCall Hardman's got brick for hands too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Kadarius Toney kept dropping shit. Mm-hmm. So, I don't think the defense is going to be strong enough to stop everything that we have, because A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Julio Jones, Dallas Goedert, I don't think is going to be back. He's probably got fractured shit. He's supposed to have an MRI today. But, DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, Austin Scott, all of these dudes are weapons and can be utilized in multiple areas. And I'm hoping Lane Johnson's 100, Jalen Carter's feeling great, Cam Jurgen comes back.
When they're coming off of a bye, they should be able to rest enough to get healthy.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean, that's the only reason why Taron Armstead even played in fucking Germany. Dude, all right, listen. I'm going to tell you right now, that was the worst thing you could have done was pay Armstead. He's literally getting paid to sit on the bench more than he is playing. And if you say that he's playing injured, it's because he's too old to be playing in the NFL and he only has a couple good games. That's why he's only coming out for those games that you need him. He's always injured. You need a left tackle that's worth a fucking damn. Because Tua throws left-handed. He needs to be protected on that side. And the only time I see him, he was first home game in Germany. I think he played one other game. So 3 games. This is week 9. How much is he getting paid to sit on the bench?
Chiefs have a bye too, huh?
Chiefs have a bye. Eagles, they're all coming off a bye. My team got a bye this week.
I was hoping they were going to be tired, but they're going to be good too.
Yeah, and they're coming back from Germany. No jet lag at Arrowhead. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's going to be a
good game.
It's going to be a grind-out game.
It's going to be a battle for sure.
Defensively.
Yeah.
Because
it's going to be a lot of running. I think Philly's going to rely heavily on the run.
And I think the Chiefs are going to have to.
Well, and I don't think they're going to have much luck, dude, because we have some pretty good rush defense. All right, moving on to Dave's Diamonds. So I didn't want to say this to you, but you know that you put Amon-Ra in your diamond pick,
and they had a bye.
They had a bye.
Yeah. That's 2 weeks in a row now. You could have told me that when we were going.
No. Why would I do that?
Because I just pulled them out of thin air anyways. Because you want known people that are going to put up numbers.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was the point.
I thought it was diamonds in the rough.
Well, even your diamonds in the rough would come out to be coal. Fuck you mean? All right. Dave's diamonds last week were Tua, who put up better numbers than Patrick, just a touchdown less. He also didn't have a fumble loss, so 12.42 points.
Which kills me because he got less points and
So-
he didn't even fumble the fucking ball.
While I absolutely want to give you the minus here automatically, I'm going to be as fair as possible with this. If these guys aren't in, what do you say, the top 10? Okay. If they're
He's not in the top 10 this week, I'm pretty sure.
well, we're gonna double check.
Leaders.
I know, I'm already here.
No, you're not in the leaders.
Let's see.
He's not going to be in the top 10. Yeah, he's not.
All right. Two is a bust. Butker, 3-point attempts.
I don't think he was top 10 either. They didn't actually come out and kick the ball.
Yeah, he only had 3 extra points. Mark Andrews, that boy.
I think he was on the top.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah, he did.
7. Yeah, Mark Andrews had 9 receptions, 80 yards,
I think
17
he had, like-
points. Alvin Kamara.
Kamara was a bust. He only had, I think, 10 or 11 points. He didn't have a great game.
No, it was not good.
I mean, the Saints still came out with a win, but he didn't have a good game.
I just want to see where he's at.
They pushed him out. Oh, he's down there. There was some pretty good running back points.
He's lower than Devontae. Dang.
Yeah, keep going. Go by points, because basically
What do you have?
he only had like 10 fucking points.
I had 11.
No.
Yeah, he did. Oh, wait.
You're not on freaking running back. You're on fucking wide receiver.
Sorry. Oh, man.
There he is, 11.
20.
You're right, 11.
I know I'm right.
Oh, shut up.
All right. David.
Yeah.
1 for 5, man. I think our viewers, all 4 of them, can safely assume that you fucking hate their guts. Why do you do this to them? Why? Why is that?
I don't hate you. He's assuming that because I'm making these picks.
I'm assuming that because last week, week 8, you had an 81% correction rate.
Yeah. I get it.
And you had 4 out of 5.
Any given Sunday, dude. Any given Sunday. Hell, I picked Amon-Ra St. Brown and he didn't even play this week.
All right.
That's how prepared I was for the Diamonds last week. I pulled them out of thin air. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it. I was like, hey, you know what? Let me get a kicker here. You know, just pull it out of thin air. I was more prepared when I was.
You're a diamond. You're a diamond.
I was more prepared when I was actually picking underdogs to come out with breakaway games.
I don't know about that, man. So
I had my names right there, though.
that's fair. That's fair. Kinda. Week 7, you had Carolina's Hubbard. He was on the bye. So,
I told you there was 2 of them, Hubbard
Do you
and
have-
St. Brown.
do you have any diamonds for week 10?
Yeah, pull up the.
You can use your phone if you want. Give her
pull
that
up
game.
the, I'm gonna pull up the.
We're putting them on the spot, so we're gonna give them a minute.
Yeah, I told them earlier I wasn't really prepared. I've been dealing with my sewage issue again.
Yeah, 'cause he's full of shit.
Um,
He's got Danny Dimes going on the diamond list. Danny Diamond.
no, he's not even playing.
Never stopped you before.
You're ready to stop me now, ain't it? That's not the one I want.
Oh, that's ugly looking at that. Go ahead, though. Yeah, that doesn't look good from your side, man. All that red. Hang on, you gotta let it show up to let you know how bad you're getting your ass whooped. Give it time.
It's already over. It's not like you don't have anybody playing tonight, neither do I.
Yeah, but someone does in the league.
Everybody does. Well, not us, but yeah, right. Some. We're gonna go Jackson League 10. Oh, wait, trend. No, put Dell on your bench.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see him having a game like he did. Go right ahead.
I'll take that. I think he'll. I think he'll actually play well.
Oh, is he coming back?
Yeah, put him on there.
No.
Put him on there.
There you go.
Questionable.
Put him on there.
All right, Travis Etienne.
He's going against the 49ers, and he's coming off a bye just like the Niners.
Okay.
I'd actually put McCaffrey in there too because he's coming off a bye, and it's given him an extra week to recoup. He's been flying out injured the last 2 weeks.
I think C-Mac is going to be under 100 yards again.
I think he will be too, but I think he's going to put some numbers up, meaning he may get a touchdown or two. He may be under those yards, but they're going to utilize him, I think, properly at this point because of those injuries.
Who do you have? Do you have Etienne putting up more numbers than C-Mac?
Against that defense?
I might challenge you on an over-under here.
I think he'll have more yards. I don't think he'll have the touchdowns that McCaffrey will have. So I think yards-wise, he'll beat him by at least 40. Yeah, at least 40. But I don't think he'll have the touchdowns that McCaffrey has. Just because I think they'll utilize McCaffrey towards the end zone to get those touchdowns.
I kind of agree with you, so never mind. Bastard. You're supposed to say some controversial shit.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, Mike Evans? Put Mike Evans on there.
I actually do not want to put him in there. I want to put Ayuk in there because they're coming into a Jacksonville secondary. And if Purdy can get the ball to him, he's going to have a decent fucking game. Because I'm pretty sure What's-His-Nuts is still out.
What's his nuts?
Debo. I don't think he's coming back this week either. Yeah, so he's still out. Samuel's out, so they're going to have to rely on him. And I would put... How do they claim? I'd put Jacoby Myers in there too. Go ahead and throw Hawkinson as a tight end. Or Laporte.
Which one?
We'll do Hawkinson. Because they're playing the Saints.
Bold moves. Bold moves.
Kicker, you got if you got Young Ho Koo, throw him in there. And rookies, if you want a rookie out there, I would throw Stroud in there for this week because he's proven himself week in and week out that he can do some stuff. Oh, and throw the Browns defense in there. I know who they're playing against, and it's going to be a defense game with the Ravens, but I think they'd still get some points fantasy. Is Kincaid playing this week?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, but he came out injured twice. Oh, okay. You put Tank Dell in there just because I said put him on your bench. It makes sense. I've been wrong a few times now. I mean, he had one of his best games, and he's only had 3 of those in 9 weeks.
You'll see, baby.
Because he's fighting for shit from Nico.
You will see.
Oh, he's not even questionable. Really?
Yep.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, so there's mine. I got Tank Dell, Kincaid. I'm gonna put Purdy in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We got 2 quarterbacks in there.
Yeah. Purdy and Dobbs.
I think Dobbs would be a pretty good choice.
Jalen Morton.
Yeah.
He's gonna do big things.
Oh,
right.
I only got 1 QB.
Yeah, watch me be shit. All right. Moving on to contender or pretender. You're gonna get pissed off.
Yeah.
You are.
Probably because you put half my team on there.
Just 3/4. Starting off with Dak. Is Dak a contender this year?
Right now?
Mm-hmm. This year. With everything that we've seen this year, up until this point, this year.
Yeah.
I would agree. He's pretending to be a contender. Because I think we had him on here doing that before. Actually, he was a contender last week, so he did well. Had the bye week the week before that. So
I think he's only been on here
I keep putting him up here because I fucking hate him.
because you hate Dallas.
But damn it, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The kid played well. Good job, Dak. Good job. You are this week's pretending contender.
He doesn't want to say contender.
I don't.
He doesn't. So you have to put that pretender in front of you. Okay, Dak? I think it's the game.
Look, you can't be a contender any week that you lose. Don't care how well you play.
I think it's the play call at the end when the game's on the line every time.
Tyreek Hill.
Motherfucker's a contender. He had 1 bad game this whole season.
No, sir. In fact, I have 4 games here where Tyreek has done me. You don't need to pull that out. I got it right here. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
So this most recent game, 8 receptions. All right, so he got the touches. 62 yards, no touchdowns. Do you hear me?
Yes.
October 22nd against the Eagles. 11 receptions, 88 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah. Okay, he's only had 2 weeks where he underperformed. Buffalo and KC.
Hang on. Well, I'm going to count the Chiefs. That's a lot of touches. 11 receptions. That's a lot of receptions. 88 yards. October 1st against the Bills. 3 receptions, 58 yards, no touchdowns. September 17th against the Patriots. 5 receptions, 40 yards, 1 touchdown.
He wasn't projected to get much that time. He still overperformed that week.
Got 5 touches. And that's out of 9 attempts. That's the same thing with the Bills. That one he dropped 4 passes just in the first quarter. Contender?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you
contend.
you. Oh my gosh.
Pretending to contend.
I mean, he has outperformed every game minus 2. It's as simple as that. I can run his stats by you, all freaking from the beginning of week 1.
Let's just say
there's only 2 weeks he's underperformed.
There's only a couple games where he's overperformed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that he's overperformed?
Well, that's not possible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that he's overperformed.
That's still not possible.
No, because he's only projected. Okay. New England.
We just talked about 4 games that were underperformed. We're on week 10.
Okay. New England. Philly, he overperformed.
Philly, he overperformed?
Yeah, he was only projected 20 points. He
Oh,
got
so you're
25.
talking about points. I'm talking about performance.
Yards wise,
Performance.
He's still on. He's still projected to get over 2,000, even with this bad week. Yeah, yeah.
I think that AJ Brown will end with more receiving yards than Tyreek Hill this year.
How many does he have right now?
Tyreek has.
Tyreek's over 1,000.
Yeah, he's at 1,076.
Yeah.
AJ Brown is also over 1,000. I think he's at like 1,040, 1,030. Tyreek has more for sure. That's because AJ Brown doesn't have a 210-yard game against Denver.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
AJ Brown.
I don't think he's over 1,000.
He's over 1,000.
I don't think he is.
I don't care what you think. I'm telling you, he's over 1,000. AJ Brown's the only player in NFL history to have 6 consecutive games at over 125 yards. This man is working diligently to prove himself wrong.
And I just did quick math, and I didn't think he was. I thought he was at 980.
He's not. He's over.
So he's 1,005 yards.
Okay. That's.
Even with a terrible game that Hill had, he's still under. And your guys had how many consecutive over 125?
6 more than anyone in NFL history.
That's my point.
Right.
More than Hill, but Hill still has more yards.
Right. Have you seen the teams that we're playing? Have you seen the teams that you're playing?
Yeah.
We're not playing Denver.
You're
The
playing?
shittiest team that we played is the Jets.
And you lost them.
We did lose. Absolutely.
You have played, I think, 2 teams over 500 this season. I think so. When you play them, the Chiefs have only played 1 team over 500 when they've played them, and it was us in Germany. Yeah. They may have a winning record now, but when you played them, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Eagles 0-2 or 0-1 beat the Vikings. Went to 2. That's a losing record. That's week 2. Week 1, I mean everyone's whatever. Week 3. The Eagles play the Bucks. That's your 1 team over 500 right now. They were 1-1, so that's only 500. No, they were 2-0.
David, that's 2-1. We're looking at week 3.
2-0 because they had their loss. That's already given you what they are afterwards. That's week 3. Commanders
500.
Okay, like I said,
That's 2
over 500. They have to have a winning record. That was our. No, that Bills was our first one. There you are. Rams.
They're not your team.
Your second part of the season, though, you have some. What is that called? Competition coming up. Jets.
500.
They got their win.
Yep.
So it would have been 2 and 3. There's your
Third.
one right there.
That's third.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's your second winning team so far. I said over 500 is winning.
Hey, how many teams have you played over 500?
3 now.
Let's see it. Let's do week by week, just like you're doing me. Let's see it.
3.
Come
The
on.
Eagles, the Bills, and the Chiefs. The only 3 that we've played over 500. And we've lost each one of them.
And they were at 500 when you played them? They were over 500 when you played them?
Yes.
Let's see it. Yeah, let's do it week by week.
Okay, let's do it. I'm 100%. There you go. Losing record. We beat
Okay.
them. Beat them. Here's the first one with a winning record. We lost.
Okay.
Like I said, we have lost to 3 with winning records when we've played them. And everyone's beaten them, except for Houston. 2. And then, I mean, we could skip week 8 if you want, but week 9 we played the Chiefs.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We played 3 and you've played 2 so far. You're going to come back from a bye playing 1, so that'll be 3. Your ass end of the year
We played more teams with winning records than any other team. Even at the time that we were playing them.
500 is not a winning record. 500
Yes,
is
it is.
even. No. That's not a winning record. Over 500 is a winning record. Just like the Chiefs. If you look here, they have not played anyone over 500. This is week 2. Nobody over 500. But yet they're dogging on the Broncos or the Dolphins because they haven't put anyone over a record in 1. Motherfucker, no winning record. I mean, we could do this all day. It's not conducive to who's watching, even though you say there's only 4 of them. Chiefs, losing record. They've only played 1 team over 500. The first week is 500 anyways for everybody. Vikings. Broncos. They beat them that game.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers. Barely won that one. What week are we at? 8?
Mm-hmm.
And what did they lose to?
The Broncos.
They've only played 1 game with a team over 500.
Yeah, so
Just like yours has only played 2 so far, and we've played 3. We've lost ours.
So the point of the matter here is
The ass end of your season is going to be harder than ours, I believe.
oh yeah,
I'm not making fun of any team.
We definitely have the hardest schedule this season.
Well, I'm not ragging on anybody's team. What I'm saying is...
I am. Fuck the Dolphins.
Okay.
Tyreek.
Congratulations to the Eagles defense. Next. AJ will get more yards than Tyreek this year. Is that what you're writing down?
Setting it in stone. AJ Brown will have more yards and touchdowns than Tyreek, even with the hard schedule that we have.
I don't think so. But it's opinion.
All right. On to the next part of Contender Pretender list. I put this guy on here just because my boy Aaron said that he was a good quarterback when I was over at his house watching the game. Blah. Tyson Bagent, however the fuck you say his name. 18 completions for 30 attempts, 60%, 220 yards, which is decent, I guess. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's fucking trash, AV. That's garbage.
220 yards?
Yeah.
Isn't that Woodard, Mahomes, and Tua?
Yeah, but he has 3 interceptions.
So did Mahomes.
He's the best person on the other guy's team.
Any given Sunday.
No. Did you see these interceptions? This wasn't just a tip off the old hat. This wasn't just a fucking throw as he was going down. He was the best person on the other team. A 60% completion rate.
I mean, I don't see him as a contender this year anyways, but that's my opinion.
And in fact, he's a pretender. I'm just putting him on here because you're under the fucking microscope, Bagent, you baggant fuck. And then Aiden O'Connell. I put him on here because...
Why?
What do you mean? What do you mean? That kid's rusty as shit, would you agree?
Yeah.
And
how much has he played this year?
We saw him come out and throw a fucking 50-yard bomb.
How much has he played this year?
Not a lot.
That's my point.
Exactly. He's gonna get a lot more play.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a contender.
Oh, I thought you were putting him on there to dog on him.
No, I think he's gonna be a contender.
Makes no fucking sense to me to dog on someone that literally has no playing time, basically.
No, I'm calling it, man. I think he's gonna be a contender. I think he's gonna do some really, really cool things with that Vegas team. All right. Now, before we move on, I just gotta remind you guys that we do have, if you remember, the capital P. That's for the permanent pretenders on the list.
And he put one on his line.
You can't talk shit if I beat you with that guy.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Half my team is an IR.
That's okay.
Justin Jefferson.
I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even pay
Williams,
attention to my lineup and still whooped you.
Hey, you did. You made 2 changes.
Oh, did I?
Weekend.
Wasn't Devontae Adams.
Oh, we know that.
Anyway.
But you still made changes.
Devontae Adams and Bijan Robinson. Until you make some dynamic plays back into the fandom,
Did you know, actually last week, he was still ranked number 1 Rookie of the Year
Probably.
candidate, Bijan
Probably.
Robinson?
And he will be.
Why? He hasn't done.
Very, very impressive start to the season.
So did a couple other rookies.
But when I noticed
Puka,
what was going on,
he had a better start to the year than Bijan.
oh no.
No.
Oh no. No. More consistency for sure, but no. No. Bijan was, my God, dude.
He had 3 games.
Yeah.
3 games.
Yep.
Puka's had like 5.
And then I said, go ahead,
Puka's had like 5.
get rid of that motherfucker.
At least.
And you got mad at me for it.
I got mad at you for lying.
It wasn't a lie.
Yeah, he said verbatim, to be honest, I'm not getting rid of McCaffrey or Bijan. Word for word. And then after
Hang on.
After we made
hang
our-
on.
let me
Because
finish.
you're not doing it right.
No, that's
you're not telling all
exactly
of it.
what happened.
That is what happened, but you got to say what happened before that. We have been going back and forth for a good 15, 20 minutes about what we would trade each other. He kept going specifically for Bijan and McCaffrey. So I had to let him know that they are off the table. Absolutely off the table. In regards to this aspect.
In regards to A.J. Brown, by the way.
In regards to mine and David's trade.
A.J. Brown.
To mine and David's trade. You have nothing there's nothing you have that is going to make me get rid of either of these players. That's what was said in the I'm not getting rid of either of these.
And
I didn't mean that fucking forever.
Literally, a minute later, Bijan is traded.
It was a fucking day later.
No, it was that same day.
No, it was a day
It was
later.
the same fucking day.
No, it was
Yeah.
a day later.
I told my wife, I was like, this motherfucker straight up lied to me.
No, it was a day later. You don't remember because you didn't talk to me for 3 fucking days.
I had more than one person just lie about dumb shit. Same day. Don't tell me it's not the same day. Literally the same fucking day right after I did it.
Dave, this doesn't mean anything. This is going to show you all the trades that you've done.
Everybody's trades, not just mine. And he traded him for Devontae Adams.
I'll tell you exactly when this happened. All right, you're right.
I know I'm right. I don't lie to nobody. Care who the fuck you are, even if you're my grandma.
It wasn't a lie. It wasn't me. I'm not ever getting rid of it.
Literally the next minute. Honestly, I'm not going to get rid of either one of these two. Period. He didn't say period, but that was the end of the sentence.
That was the end of the sentence. I'm not.
And then a minute later, he got rid of them.
Not getting. Yeah. That wasn't a lie. It doesn't mean ever, ever, ever. It doesn't mean I'm keeping them forever. What would you have preferred? What would you have preferred?
Not Saquon Barkley. He's been a bust since he came back from his ankle.
No, you didn't have to accept the trade.
You're right.
You accepted
And
the
I
goal.
knew I shouldn't have. And I told the wife 4 times that day.
Then why did you?
Before I even accepted it.
Then why did you?
Because you wouldn't stop bugging me since I got him.
You're a grown up.
Yeah.
You.
You're right. I should have put my phone on silent and just left you alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you cry about when I don't
just
message back.
Said no.
I said no like 4 times.
Say no better. Stick to it.
Daddy.
Stick to it. I'm gonna get what I want. And what I wanted was back in first place.
You might be after this.
I am.
I don't know.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah. We have the same amount of losses and wins.
Yeah, but Team Happy Wife, Happy Life is tied with you. And I think she beat you.
No, I have more points.
It's got to be a she.
I have more points.
You're talking about for the week. I'm talking about for the season right now.
I'm talking about for the season. After this game, I will have the most points.
You're going to go to 7-2.
You don't have to do that.
You barely beat me on points because of that loss.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll put me
Third.
I will drop from first to third.
Did Nathan win?
No, he lost.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be third. All right. Here we are, guys. Wrapping up the episode. You know how we do it. Stefan's selections. Had a lot of thought go into this, man. And I am picking a couple upsets. So let's jump right into it. Into the Carolina-Chicago game. I do believe that Chicago is going to pull this one out. To be honest, I'm surprised that Carolina got the one win that they did. Indy at Foxborough versus New England. I absolutely think that Indianapolis is going to pull out the win here. It's going to be a super close game, but I do think Indianapolis is going to do well. New Orleans, Minnesota. New Orleans is the favorite here, but I think Minnesota is also going to pull out a win.
They're playing at home.
Huh?
They're playing in Minnesota. So.
Yeah. They're still favored. New Orleans is still favored. But I think the more comfortable that Josh Dobbs is, the better that offense is just going to roll. Houston at Cincinnati. I think Joe Burrow is getting his feet wet again. He's looking way more comfortable. I think that's another one that's going to end up close just because CJ and the rest of the team are coming off a huge high. So that's also going to be a close one. Cleveland and Baltimore. Baltimore's going to win this one, but it's going to be a narrow victory. This defense is going to come to play, guys. I don't
They're
think
playing where?
Not Baltimore.
No. What's the next Germany game? Who's
I don't
playing
know.
in Germany this weekend?
I don't know.
I would look, but that takes forever. I believe that one might be it.
I mean, even if it is, Baltimore is still going to take it. Yeah, it's the Colts. Colts and Patriots. So, okay, yeah, the Indy's definitely
so they're
taking
not
that.
taking home field advantage then. So
Yeah,
that's,
Indy's definitely taking that. It's not going to be close. Never mind.
okay, so
gonna
they're going to
be-
play in Baltimore.
Yeah, and Baltimore's winning no matter what. Yeah, dude, you need more faith in Baltimore. They're winning the AFC this year.
Like number 1 seed, huh?
Yes. Yes. Baltimore is winning the AFC this year. Green Bay and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's taking this one again. San Francisco and Jacksonville. This is the upset that I'm taking. I think Jacksonville is going to pull this one out.
I don't know if that's much of an upset. Jacksonville's looking pretty damn good. And the last 3 games the 49ers played, they lost.
Fair. Because of Brock Purdy. Your MVP.
Get the fuck out of here. Do it. Oh my
Tennessee and Tampa Bay. Baker. You got it, baby. You got it. Atlanta at Arizona. This one,
Is who's their quarterback?
who gives a shit, man? Both these teams suck ass, and
No, I'm
this,
talking about.
this game is like picking,
I'm talking about Tennessee's quarterback.
Who cares still? I'm talking about Arizona and Atlanta. That game is like, would you rather suck your dad or fuck your mom? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that. I don't even want to watch that game.
No. No.
It's
But,
like 2 losers shooting it out for last place.
yeah, should you guys have stock in this game, Atlanta is going to be the betting way to go because they're the ones that are going to win. Detroit and the Chargers.
Playing in LA.
Who you got?
Detroit's coming off a bye. I'm picking them.
Wrong. It's going to be Chargers. New York and Dallas.
I may change my mind tomorrow.
You already locked it in.
I'm not locked in until I give you my picks.
Yeah,
And then
which
you
we
tell
need to
me
talk
no.
about that because I'm doing my picks whenever we're doing the banter.
I'm doing them.
Days later.
No, I'm doing them before Thursday when I know what the
Yeah.
injuries are like
Yeah,
before the
after
game
everything's
starts.
been done. You should be locking your picks in also.
You know, most of those pick apps you can do it the day of.
Yeah, you should be locking in your picks.
I do it Thursday before the game so I can see the injuries on each team with the guy.
Yeah, after all the changes have been made and everything's up in the air and I've already got all my shit locked in and I'm fucked.
You can post them online on Thursday.
I don't have to. I'm doing them on the banter.
All right, so I'll do them next week on the banter.
No!
Yep, next
No.
week. Okay, I'll do them right now.
And then send it to me tonight.
Okay,
All right.
I'll do it and send it to you tonight.
All right.
Next
Not right
week,
now.
It'll be on the banter.
No.
Or
Because you have a segment, I have a segment.
okay, then you'll have them the day of the banter, anyways.
Bet.
So I'll just start doing them the day of.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Dallas and New York. Dave's picking New York.
No, I'm not. They're playing in Dallas, coming off a loss to the Eagles. They're going to beat them.
I hope, dude. I'm praying to the football gods that New York just figures out a way.
They're playing their third stringer because they have to.
Did you hear what I said?
You hope they play.
I hope that you hope they do too.
I see the Giants coming in to try to get a decent pick next year.
Oh, dude. We hope that they whoop Dallas.
You
in
can hope
Dallas.
that.
They're going to.
I'm sure the coaching staff is hoping that they
I've
come out
chosen
with
Dallas
a bunch
to
of
win,
losers.
but I'm hoping. The Jets versus the Raiders. You really have the Jets?
You know, after today, probably not. They got shut down by
Yeah, but we've seen what
not
Las
the
Vegas
defense
does.
that Vegas has.
We've seen what Las Vegas does.
Yeah, but that defense has always been prominent.
I got
Crosby's going to get at least 3 sacks.
I got Vegas here. The Jets are the favorite by like 10%, like 60.3, I think.
Not after this fucking week.
I
They're getting blown out by the Chargers. Right?
even before this week, and they knew that they were going to lose this game. You were the ones that had faith in them this week. Fucking Robert Saleh didn't even think they were going to
I did
win.
have faith in them. We need to see a good game because we have, in my opinion, one of the hardest divisions in the AFC. Offensively and defensively.
AFC sucks this year.
AFC put the NFC in its place a couple weeks ago.
When?
When the Eagles lost to the Jets and the 49ers lost to the fucking Browns.
Was that before or after we beat the shit out of Miami?
Before. But you still lost to a team that's below us.
I was making sure.
Yeah. Any given Sunday.
Yeah, boy.
You guys are going to play the AFC after your bye, just like...
And you got Casey beating us? I'll stab you in your tit right now. You son of a bitch.
I don't know if I got Casey beating you. They've been shit all year.
Yeah.
That defense is the only thing saving that team with wins.
Who do you have? Who's your starting quarterback next week?
I'm trying to trade Mahomes. So somebody fucking else.
You're trying to trade Mahomes?
Yeah.
If I tell you who I'm picking up off waivers, you promise not to steal him?
I'm picking Stroud off waiver.
I already got him.
Where are you in the waivers?
Before you.
Oh, fuck you. I tried to pick him up right after it happened.
Yeah, you're 7th, I'm 5th.
Okay, then you'll get him before I, because he's on waivers until...
As long as none of these other cocksuckers try to get him before us.
Well, maybe. Maybe Nate.
Fuck Nate.
He's been coming in with random shit.
He's 8th too. He's later than us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about Snaggletooth? Come sail away.
They might do some shit. But we're hoping not, just like we hope that Dallas fucking loses. Denver and Buffalo. You got Denver, I know you do. You fucking hate Josh Allen, so you're picking every team other than them.
I actually think Buffalo will beat them.
Good, because they're going to.
They're going to be in Buffalo.
I
still think Denver's going to get some interceptions.
Really?
Oh, fucking Allen, yeah.
Really?
Their defense is starting to show up finally. If we were to play their defense that showed up against the Chiefs, we would not have put 70 points up on them. That's a fact.
Is that a fact?
Yes. We would have put 50.
I don't know if that's a fact.
We would have put 50. It wouldn't have been 70.
I don't know if that's a fact, though. It still sounds like an opinion.
Oh, well, yeah. But the game didn't happen that way, so it would be an opinion. You're right. So that it wouldn't be a fact.
All right.
Either way, if we'd have played them in Denver, the way that defense was playing, we would not have put 50, I don't think. No, we wouldn't put 70. I think we would have put 50.
To recap,
The fuck is this?
After
This is an old game.
watching Tua and Mahomes play patty cake with each other in Germany, watching C.J. Stroud just fling his big dick all over the field, 470 yards.
You got his jacket.
Who was it?
It's Revis.
470 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think it's a safe determination that not only is Philly the Super Bowl favorites, but Jalen should be the obvious MVP choice.
Well, after this week, he should have jumped over Tua and Mahomes.
Agreed.
That's right out the box. He should have jumped both of them this week alone. So going into the
It's a
bye,
popularity contest.
yeah, I mean, a lot of times, just like Pro Bowl is sometimes a popularity contest. Last year, Howard, our corner, should not have been in the Pro Bowl because he didn't show anything all last year, but he was. It was a popularity contest. He said coming into this year he needs to prove that he earned the Pro Bowl spot last year.
I am happy that all of the quarterbacks that I am actually worried about have a bye this week. So there's no way to create separation in that meantime, which means it's solely up to Josh Allen. And I don't think that he has got enough true grit within him to create enough separation to jump ahead of us three. So, guys, if you agree with anything that we've said or disagree with anything that we've said, feel free to drop a comment. Let us know what you think. You can find us here on Facebook. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on YouTube. Those links are available in our bios. For all of you great, wonderful fans out there that keep watching, thank you so much. You guys are a huge inspiration. For all of you new people that are just watching us for the first time, check through some of our videos. You may see something that you like, and remember to keep watching for new videos. From everyone here at Banter, my name is Stefan.
Hold on, before we go, I want it known that I will shave my face if the Dolphins make it to the Super Bowl this year or next year. It will be shaved.
So now that we know that the beard shaving is on the table, I think we might be able to extend this beyond the Super Bowl and get some bets in. Let me know what you guys think. From everyone here at Banter, my name is Stefan. This is David. Thank you guys so much.